everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to another reaction. We're checking out a very special music video from SHINee called Poet Artist. Now, before we get started, I do want to touch on a couple of things because I learned some stuff online about this song. Apparently, Jonghyun, who is the late member of SHINee, who's unfortunately no longer with us, before his passing, I believe I read something that his last solo album was actually called Poet Artist. Now, also, this song was originally not only written by him, but I believe was also composed by him. SHINee came to a decision to release this song while keeping the original demo parts that Jonghyun basically like did a guide or like a demo part for this song. So we will actually, for the first time in a very long time, hear all 5 members of SHINee in all of their glory, which I feel like this is probably one of the most beautiful and possibly like touching tributes that you can possibly do to an artist, because you're not relying on AI, you're not relying on like impersonations, you're relying on the original vocals, the way they were intended, with the original song in mind and the original message in mind. So I feel like SHINee, before even getting into the song, I'm already kind of like applauding them for their love for their late member, and obviously for what this song will probably mean to a lot of fans. Obviously, I did not come up with SHINee in terms of knowing all of these guys from the very beginning, following them from the very first day, but I have checked out a couple of songs, I believe, that did feature Jonghyun, and was absolutely blown away by his vocals. So I would absolutely love nothing more than to hear SHINee in all of their glory as a group of 5. So without further ado, Poet Artist by SHINee. Let's go.
기다려왔단 말이죠. 왜 이제 왔냐 두려움을 줘. 내가 네 말해줘. 유일한 빛이야. 너 활짝 핀 꽃이야. 시작 허용이 가능해 너의 아름다움에.
Poetic license granted by your beauty. That's some line.
해줘. 유일한 빛이야. 너 활짝 핀 꽃이야. 시작 허용이 가능해 너의 아름다움에. 지쳐 어지러워 난.
Oh my god. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh. Man, this music video is so pretty. Like, there's parts of it that, like, I don't know if it's intentional or not, or maybe just the style that kind of like blends with all members of SHINee, but it feels like I'm seeing like almost like individual references to music videos from On You, for example, like his styling and the whole like indie filmmaking aspect of like a Wes Anderson kind of film that some of his music videos have. There's Taemin wears a shirt that is very reminiscent of a shirt that he wore in one of his solo music videos, the last ones. Like the style of the shirt, I'm not sure if it's the exact same shirt, but the actual style with like the sleeves and like the little accents, it's very reminiscent of something else that he wore in some of his music videos. Man, this is really, really pretty. Oh.
눈치도 보지 말아줘. 꿈을 대지 말아줘. 내게 반응해 내가 없는 이곳은 하야야얌 하트 났다고 하야야얌 배지 같았다고 날 바라보고 있어 날 그래가 두지
And that's so pretty. That's what you call a house opening. Oh wait. Doesn't Baekhyun wear the same shirt? It says I did what last night or something? Literally his last solo music video, Elevator, he has that shirt. That's why it looked familiar. Maybe it's not even the fact that it was, oh no, actually Taemin did wear a similar styled shirt. But damn, that's cool. Oh, I love the little bass with Mino's voice underneath there. Ew. Oh. Is that scathing? That's pretty fucking cool. Damn, that was beautiful. Let's take it back. That was so cool. Ooh. Damn, what a beautiful chorus. Wait, let's look back. I love this bridge with like the scathing part, and it's almost as if Jonghyun is kind of like taking over like their souls or something, as they're just feeling the music. Like, I'm not sure how deep this music video goes and how many references there are. Let me know. Oh man, that's cool. That is so beautiful. What's also really cool about like the bridge with Jonghyun is the fact that it's a demo or slash like a guide. So chances are when he was doing the scathing part, he was just vocalizing what the lyrics would sound like. And that kind of creates like a really cool coincidence, because I'm pretty sure that it's the first time that I've ever heard scathing in K-pop. So that just led to a really happy, I guess, coincidence in that sense. So I love that they kept that, if that is indeed the intention. And if it was indeed like just a guide part, and you know the lyrics were supposed to come in that style, but obviously they unfortunately didn't. So to keep that, just to keep his vocals, because you still feel the emotions, you still feel like the beautiful vocalization, and you feel the soul, really. And I love the fact that they broke down into like this dance break as he's doing the scathing, and it's almost as if like he's taking over them. And it's like, it doesn't mute, it's like you can take so many different like interpretations from that. Is like music is just you know, it's not about the language, it's about the way it makes you feel, almost like music being like a universal language. And there's something about that part that just makes you want to groove, especially paired with the visuals of the members dancing with that gorgeous golden, almost like the sunsetty kind of lighting, so warm and incredibly inviting. It's like you will forever be in our memories, and you will live with us forever. And now you know, they got the chance to literally get his vocals and put them on such a beautiful song and keep his memory of that original creation of poet artist intact. And ironically, it is also very poetic and very artistic to do scathing if, you know, he's just kind of like thinking about the way the lyrics would sound and just putting that scathing part in before anything was actually finalized. I thought that was absolutely gorgeous. And like the whole letter, I believe it's probably a bit of a representation of Jonghyun as well as like maybe like an invitation to anyone else, like Shao's, you know, just the fandom in general, to come in and express your artistry and you know, join in and dance with us or something among those lines. Like I really love that. I love like the lyrics. I know that a frame cannot confine me. Like SHINee has always been a group that stands outside of the box. They never keep themselves inside of the box. They always, whether it's their individual solo projects or them as a group, you can never say that SHINee play themselves inside of the box. They always think outside of it. And the way they utilized Jonghyun's original vocals and kept the scathing part is just another expression of the fact that, you know, this is going to sound interesting, but because he has so much soul in that, because he knows how it's going to feel without even having the words to put with it, so he's just scathing it, but you feel the emotions, you feel the vibe, you feel like the vocals at the end, and it was gorgeous. Like I love the way the house kind of like frame breaks and they're dancing inside of like this blueprint of a house. Like it's still building in a way, like the house is still being built by us, and maybe it will never be actually complete because completion means perfection and nobody's perfect. Maybe I'm kind of like trying a little bit too hard here, but some parts of the house are not constructed, some parts of the house are almost like destroyed, some parts of the house are actually covered with tinfoil to get light and reflected back in a way. Like to me, the house represents kind of like it's damaged, but it's them, and we are damaged, but we're perfect the way that we are. Like maybe I'm kind of like going a little bit too far into it, but it's just such a interesting construction of the house with like there's parts that are literally not have been built yet. There's parts that are surrounded by foil. There's that literally reflect the light. So it just creates a beautiful effect, especially with the sunset kind of like lighting. And then you have, you know, the walls that are broken down, and you literally have the house frame, the front fall off as they're having like this open house gathering for everyone to come in and join in and kind of like, you know, dance with them and feel the rhythm or something among those lines. Also, there was a really cool and beautiful interpretation that you can take from the fact that they're running in the water and they're smiling, and then the following the post chorus. So as we go into the second verse, they're running but it's raining, but they're still as happy as they were when it wasn't raining. So it's like you cannot quite literally almost like rain on my parade, and I will celebrate me, my members, and like I'm not sure what kind of interpretation you can take from it, but I'm pretty sure that there's probably a ton. Yeah, the envelope literally says SHINee, but I'm pretty sure that there's probably a ton of references, maybe to some past projects and probably even some Jonghyun projects that I haven't checked out. So let me know in the comment section. Feel free to discuss this music video. Let us know if there's going to be like a specific comment that really touches on everything in a really detailed way. I'll pin the comment so everyone else can, you know, learn a little bit about this, especially if you're new to SHINee potentially. If you're not, this is probably going to be a much easier music video to understand for you, especially if you've been with them since the very beginning. So let me know your thoughts. If you enjoyed this reaction, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Be well and safe wherever you are. See ya.